What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul
and Chris, giving the latest on Big Brother 19 episodes 4 through 6.
That's right, guys. We had another 3 episodes, another exciting week at the Big Brother house. Eviction came up. We had a veto competition, and a new HOH was crowned. And oh my God, it's a little predictable. I think
A little predictable, yeah. Well, not the voting. The voting was during eviction. It was intense. It was pretty intense.
Voting was very, very fun, and also Cody's move was kind of threw a wrench of things too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Cody's veto ceremony. All right, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so if you guys remember from last episode, we had
Alex and Jillian nominated for eviction.
Yeah, Alex and Jillian nominated for eviction after Megan left the house under her circumstances, and you guys can look that up online or previous videos, find out what happened there. Mm-hmm. So they picked players for the veto competition.
Okay, so the 6 players that are playing are obviously Cody, who's HOH, Alex and Jillian that are nominated for eviction. We have Raven, Matt, and we have Jason.
Right, so those 3 are picked for this competition. You kind of have Alex and Jason talking with one another, and they're basically like, listen, Jason, if you win this veto competition, take me off so then you can't go up as a replacement nomination. So that's a good thought process between the 2 of them. Obviously, Cody's plan, well, not Cody's plan, but Cody's alliance's plan is to have basically anybody but Alex win.
It. Yep, that's correct.
Because Alex is the alliance's target this week.
Yep.
But it is not the HOH's target. Tell a little bit about that,
Cody's
Chris.
target. Okay, so the HOH competition was they basically had to fill up their water canteen and make sure that it wasn't empty, because if it was empty, it means that they were eliminated. And they had to. It was basically the very first the first veto competition in season 18 that Paul won, where they basically had to stack a whole bunch of dog treats up in the 18. It was dog treats, this time it's starfish.
Maybe they were expecting him to go on the
And
block.
Raven decided to take the never not pass, so she's never have not, so we don't see her in spikes for the rest of the summer.
Right, and that's really good for her because she has that, the thing with her stomach.
Yeah.
So it's probably best for her to have that never have not thing.
Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah.
Then Matt got eliminated. I think Matt just sucked at the competition.
Well, I mean, Matt was stacking, and his plan was, okay, I have this much, let me stop now because I just in case.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand his thought process there. He was supposed to win for his alliance, and he didn't really deliver. I mean, he was talking a lot after. He was like, I mean, Cody should have done more. Well, you should have done more, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You were out so early. And he had more stacked earlier on too. So just saying, Matt.
All right, so
you're not Superman either.
So the Matt and Raven couple are out of the competition, which means there's only 4 left. And then after that, Jillian just wasn't that good. But she was like the last one.
Yeah, Jillian didn't do a very good job. Yeah. But basically, it was Jason got, what did he get, 12 or 10? No, 12.
I think he got 12, yeah.
I think he got 12. And then Alex, did she get 14 or 16 now?
I think 16. She got a lot.
She got a lot. And then Cody, basically, the last 2 minutes of the competition...
just stood there.
Yeah, just stood there. He just let her have it, let his thing fall out. And I'm like, well...
Way to fucking throw a veto competition, like shit.
It made it pretty clear to his alliance what his goal was for Alex to take herself off the block. Yeah. I don't know, guys.
For him. So I guess Alex wins the veto.
Yep.
And now let's fast forward.
She karate kicks the stacks after she wins, which was pretty cool.
Let's just go straight to the veto meeting. So Alex decides to use the veto to save herself. And everyone thinks that Jason is going to be the backdoor option.
Right. It was between Jason or Ramses, but everyone's basically decided on Jason. Mm-hmm. But then Cody throws a monkey wrench. He's like, Paul, I'm nominating you. And then what happens, Chris?
The TV screen goes on. There's a pendant. What's going on? And then you hear Jessica. Oh my God, Paul got the temptation.
The pendant of protection,
yeah,
which keeps Paul off the block for 3 evictions.
I like how he just pulled that out of his pocket. No one else saw that.
He was just pissed. He was just like, really? Pulls it out of his pocket.
The pendant of protection protects me for 3 weeks, therefore I cannot be nominated. Sits back down. I like how he stands up, gives him the stare.
Yeah. And then Cody's like, Christmas, you got screwed.
Please take a seat.
Take a seat. And well, some fun.
I gotta say, Big Brother, that had to be a pretty good epic first week.
Yeah, it's a pretty good first week. Cody did say he wanted Paul out even in like the first episode.
Yeah.
Basically, he didn't have a good repertoire on that first episode. I guess that kind of stuck around. Wasn't really noticeable on the feeds.
Yeah.
From what I saw, but during the diary room sessions is really when we got to see what Cody's head was at. So, and that's where his head was at, I guess.
I mean, a lot of people are, what do you think? So a lot of people are shitting on Cody because of the backdoor plan. I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword if you really think about it. Because
yeah, go ahead.
I think that the move to get Paul out was great. I think it was a good move. I think people might have voted for him to leave.
I don't know. Hard to say.
Hard to say. But I mean, he's really good, Paul.
I mean, I'll say this. I don't think it was a bad move. I think he was bad at executing it.
Because he didn't communicate.
He didn't communicate with his alliance members, and that's basically what Paul's doing this week in episode 6, which we'll get to soon. But first, episode number 5.
We're going to talk about episode number 5. So now we have Jillian and Christmas on the block, and I'm not going to lie, as a live feeder, this was pretty intense. This was pretty intense to see what was going on.
It was definitely intense, and like this is just the first episode all over again, because it was Cameron, Jillian, and Christmas up the first 3, and Cameron left, and now another one of them is leaving. So I don't know, guys. Seems like this might be like a little. Everyone's just staying on the block this season.
Yeah,
that's how it seems like to me. So. Christmas is trying to like rally up votes. Paul tries to get to the bottom of the back door. He talks to everyone in the alliance, and they're like, "Listen, Paul, we had no idea." Paul's like, "I don't know if I can trust you."
Specifically, Raven, Matt,
Elena,
Mark. Yeah,
not really Mark, but not yet anyway.
We have to talk about that too. I'm sorry, the Mark flip. But go on.
Yeah, so those 3 and Dominique and those 4 were basically like, "Yeah, we didn't know anything about it." Mark also didn't know anything about it, but he wanted to stick with Cody's plan to get Christmas out. At least in the beginning. But the rest of them don't want Christmas to go. The 4 of them don't want Christmas to go at all. And Jessica's sticking with Cody. Obviously.
Sticking with Cody.
Because they're showmans.
So I want to talk more specifically on Mark. Because Mark, we've seen in the diary room sessions in the beginning of the episode that he is really down to vote out Christmas, is Cody's number 1, wants to do whatever Cody wants. But then we realize Christmas breaks her leg.
Yeah.
Once she breaks her leg, Mark gets the soft side, talks to Christmas, very emotional moment. And I'm going to ask you, if Christmas didn't break her leg, do you think Mark would have stuck with his guns and voted Christmas out?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think
he would have.
I think he would have, but the vote wouldn't have mattered anyway, because 7-5.
I don't know about that. It could have, Kevin might have flipped, or maybe Josh might have flipped, but it doesn't matter. So, let's talk about the votes now, because in the live feeds, we're going to talk about this a little briefly. Josh tells Alex and Jillian that he is voting for Jillian to stay.
Yeah.
Voting for Jillian to stay, and Kevin says the same thing.
But what these people don't know is that I'm playing my own game. So Josh is playing his own game, so even though he's telling everyone that they're voting to keep them, both of them.
Bad move.
Yeah, I don't think that's very good, because one side's definitely going to be upset with you.
It's one thing when... It would have been one thing if Jillian came to Josh and said are you keeping me? And Josh would have been like, I'm not too sure. Rather than Josh approaching Jillian and Alex together and saying, yo, we got this to the end, I'm keeping you, and just straight up lying about it.
Yeah, I mean, if they asked him directly, it would have been okay to say. I even think it would have been okay to lie in that scenario. But for him to sound so adamant about it, it reminds me of that Dr. Will thing in season 7 when Danielle asked him, "Are you keeping me?" And he's like, "Yeah." But she asked first, Josh just sounds so adamant. We got to keep it. We got to team up. We got to keep doing. We got to take that side out.
That's why I'm not a fan of Josh. But anyways,
good acting though. I will admit,
good acting. But I mean,
very surprised. Good. So it could come in handy later on.
So let's talk about the votes now. Let's just go around with the votes.
Sure.
So the votes end up being 8-4, and Jillian gets evicted. Jillian's expression was unbelievable.
Yeah, Jillian was very surprised, and I don't really. Jillian was never really on the feeds anyway, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big loss for live feeds, but it was a big loss for that side of the house.
I know. Yeah, that's kind of what I
was.
Yeah,
huge loss for that side of the house.
And I want to talk about Kevin and Josh's decision to vote out Jillian. I don't think it was a good decision. I still don't think that was the right decision.
Yeah, I don't think so. For long-term game-wise, I really don't think it was a good idea on their part.
Yeah.
Short term probably was, but long term definitely not.
No.
Although Christmas did break her leg though, so it's like she's weaker now. So things kind of like switched up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because at first it was keeping a strong threat in the game. That would have been like the
Yeah,
argument.
but we've even had it on the live feeds where Josh is literally talking about how many people are on the other side, how many people are on the side, how many people are on the other side. So for him to flip and be like, well, I'm going to join that side, it was kind of stupid because he knows that he's still on the outs.
Yeah, he's still not on that other
So, like,
side.
what-
Despite what Paul tells him,
Yeah.
he's still not on the other side.
So after Jillian leaves the Big Brother house, she talks to Julie Chan. So awkward.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
It was really awkward.
Because she wasn't expecting to leave. She says, I had no idea who flipped on me.
She thought it was going to be a 6-6 vote, would have been a tie.
Yeah, that's what everyone on their side was saying. And, I mean, it is what it is, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to Big Brother.
Now, I want to talk about something really quick. Why they didn't show the goodbye messages.
They probably just wanted to... probably just didn't have the time, honestly.
I
It
guess.
was a long week.
I mean, it's only like 30 seconds.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
minute long.
I mean, they've been doing the goodbye messages more on like the Facebook pages now, honestly.
Oh,
So if you want
okay.
to check out the Facebook page, at least that was last season. I don't know about this
Yeah.
season. All right. So anyway, after the vote, Cody talks to Mark. He's like, "Listen, did you vote to keep Christmas?" And he's like, "Yeah, I voted to keep Christmas. We didn't have the votes." And Cody's like, "Okay, fine, I understand."
That's so smart the way he did it, Mark. He's like, the votes weren't there. I voted to keep Christmas. That was a very smart approach to doing it.
If it was 7-5, though, he would have been fucked.
Yeah.
If it was 7-5, and he said, "Did he vote to keep Christmas?" and he said he would have had no excuse.
Yeah, right.
And then Jessica and Christmas have a spat because in Christmas's eviction speech, she calls out both of them saying they both lied and backstabbed her, which isn't necessarily true in Jessica's case. It was
Yeah.
really only Cody that backstabbed her, and Jessica just kind of had to deal with it.
See, that's why I really don't like the fact that a lot of people are like on the feeds or people outside. They're like commenting how terrible Jessica is. It wasn't Jessica's decision to put up Paul or Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Although people saying that she was saying like some bad comments or something in the house. I
I
mean,
don't know.
they didn't show it in the episodes, but it was on the feeds, and this is only an episode. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's jump into
The HOH?
Yeah, HOH.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
We can't get away from
Can't
Candy
get away
Crush,
from
huh,
Candy
guys?
Crush. God.
All right. So talk a little about this comp.
All right, basically what they have to do, very simple. In all these balls, there's tickets, and they need a certain amount of. Well, they can get like 2, 3. I don't think they
At most 3.
most 3, and the more tickets they have, the more chances they have to throw a ball into a maze type of format
Yeah, like
and
one
get
of
in the hole.
like one of 3 like slide type things.
Yeah, yeah.
One's like a curve type.
One's like
slide.
a straight forward, like straight line,
Yeah.
like which was never gonna happen.
Very, very narrow. Although Kevin almost got it in. And the
Yeah.
other was like a 90-degree angle that you had to hit and ricochet off like a diagonal wall, and it would land in there.
Yeah.
That one was probably the toughest, honestly.
Yeah,
So most people were going for the curves. During this HOH comp,
get a lot of diary room sessions. I like the most important part about the episodes are the diary rooms.
of course, and everyone's basically like, I'm giving the balls to Paul, and Mark's like, I'm making a stand while giving the balls.
The one thing I don't like about Kevin's diary room session was basically I was always wondering why Kevin voted for Jillian to leave and not Christmas, and the reason was quite stupid.
Yeah, she made him like breakfast in the morning or something.
Dude, what the fuck?
I don't know if that was really the reason, because like Kevin's like a big joker kind of guy. Like he jokes a lot.
Yeah, I get
can't tell if
that.
that was serious. Let us know down below if you think that was
Yeah,
serious.
what do you think about Kevin's decision on voting out Jillian? I'm quite curious of what everyone thinks.
Yeah, I don't think people would have cared either way. Because like, people don't think he did. People are blaming Ramses. So really all he did was screw Ramses again.
Yeah.
All Ramses does is get screwed in this game.
I feel so bad for him.
Ramses gets boned and boned and boned.
They're gonna look like idiots well, not idiots, but they're gonna be really fooled when they get out of the house and realize that it was Kevin that voted Jillian, not Ramsey.
Well, yeah, they're gonna be surprised with a lot of the Ramsey stuff. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, he's just a fucking kid."
Yeah.
He's just
They
happy
always
to play
figure
Big
like
Brother.
it's always every season where they always think like the nerdy type of persona character that's in the house is always like shady.
a snake. Yeah.
Snake, like Steve
Well,
Moses.
Steve was a snake.
Well, he was, yeah. But like that's what they think though. They think that since past seasons, all these people that are like have the nerdy persona, they always think they're really sneaky. But that's not the case with Ramsey. He just gets fucked over.
That's true. So back to the HOH.
Yeah,
Cup.
back to the HOH.
So
right.
everyone's giving tickets rather to Paul, and Paul just keeps going, yada yada yada. And
Yeah.
Paul wins the HOH comp. Rather simple. Everyone's like, yeah, I want Paul to win. I want Paul to win in their diary rooms. Cody's like, there's not really much I can do. I'm only really rooting for Jessica, trying to give her advice and Alex advice. But Paul takes it home.
I don't think Paul should have won that. I understand he's safe, but it does make him a big threat.
It builds a resume.
It builds a resume, exactly. Right.
Right. He's building his resume for the end of the game. It's like with Derek in BB16 week 3 getting Devin out.
Yeah, that's right.
Really,
that's right.
Really substantial for his resume.
You know,
Although Derek wasn't like the leader of his clique back then because there was no leader.
right.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul's like really taking charge right now. It's gonna bite him in the ass later.
Yeah,
But for right now, he's
yeah.
in a great position. All right, so Paul wins the HOH competition. Jessica and Cody rather, a little defeated, but it's Big Brother, of course they are.
Now, one thing we didn't see in the live feeds was like the big blow up with Jessica and Josh.
Oh no, I saw that on live feed.
It was on the live feeds.
You're damn right.
Not the one when they're laying on the bed when they're standing up.
Yeah, I saw it on live feeds.
Oh really? Fuck! Someone's gotta send me that. But anyways, I'm sorry. I think that was pretty epic. Like holy shit! Like there was so much fighting going on right after that, and I mean, she was fucking blindsided.
Yeah.
She was really blindsided.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about Josh's perspective and Jessica's perspective here. So Josh's perspective, it's like they talked to him only that Wednesday night. They never talked to him before that at all about game or even like personal stuff. And they came to him that Wednesday asking for his vote. Now Josh told them that he was giving them his vote, which honestly I don't mind. I mean, lying, you're supposed to lie in the Big Brother house.
But the way he did it was stupid. It just didn't. He could have been like, well, I don't want to go against the majority vote if the majority's not there. If he said that to them, that would have made sense, according to what Jessica said.
Here's the issue, though. Christmas told Josh, this was their plan, that they wanted Josh's vote. They wanted it to seem like Josh did vote Christmas out. So that was their plan. So it just kind of backfired because Cody called Josh out right away when the vote happened. And he's like, okay, I know. Easy. So it kind of didn't work out that way. No. But Jessica, and like I said, Jessica's perspective was that, he could have just said, like you said, he could have just said that you were voting that way.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I would have had more respect for you if you just said it.
Calling him a girl, saying he has no balls, like.
Yeah, victim noises. I mean, they call him a victim, and then like right after that, he just goes into the bathroom and cries, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I mean, like I feel bad for him, but he's kind of like, and I feel bad for saying this, but kind of proving their point.
Yeah, I agree.
A little bit.
No, I agree.
Because he just went to the bathroom and cried, and then got hugs from everyone. I don't know.
Fucking Josh.
It was really just awkward to watch the whole fight in general.
Yeah, it's just. But that's what you had. I mean, that's what Josh has no one else to blame but himself.
I feel
the plan didn't work out the way he wanted it to. Like you said with the whole Christmas thing, like wanted to make it seem like he voted for Christmas, but actually didn't.
Yeah, it was so soon after the vote. I feel like Josh should have waited a little while to talk to Jessica and Cody. I'm not sure the result would have been any different, but like their heads were really, really hot at that point. And
yeah, fucking Cody looked like he was about to like fucking hit Josh.
Yeah, I know. Cody looked like he was about to like explode.
Fucking Jessica looked like she was about to hit Christmas. Fucking Cody looked like he was about to hit Josh. Thank you, casting producers, for getting a good season.
It's like
it's really, really good.
Josh, don't ever talk to me. All right.
I mean, I like it this way. I mean, a lot of people are like, Cody's so stupid for not putting a poll on Christmas, but like, it would have been such a boring fucking season.
Like, what if he just kept up Jason or something? Then Jason would have gone home.
Think how boring that shit would have been. Jason would have went home. Alex probably would have went home on Paul's HOH. It just would have been so boring, and I'm so glad it happened this way.
Yeah, just funny.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
carry on.
All right, so Paul wins his HOH. Let's talk about him.
The original plan that he had to put up Matt and Raven.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, fucking stupid. So I did a live feed video about this. Like, it got a lot of hits. where Paul's original decision was to put up Matt and Raven to have 3 strong players vying for the veto, which is really, really stupid, which Dominique tells him after, basically, and Mark.
Yeah. Stupid.
Because there's a shot that one of them can go home if Cody or Jessica or Ramsey,
We'll talk about
Ramsey's, I don't think, would have put himself on the block in that scenario. Or so Ramsey's, Alex, or Jason, if any of those 5 won veto, they weren't taking them off.
No.
So, derp.
Okay.
All right, so that's
So then he goes and talks to Alex and Josh individually and says that they're both pawns.
Right, and on the feeds, Paul and Alex actually make an alliance. It's probably not real, but hey, it's one of those things.
I need to get some hope that it is.
It's one of those things that they'll mention 4 weeks from now.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh, but we had this alliance, right? And then they show the flashback on day
4 weeks ago.
on like day 14. Yeah, we had this alliance. Well, they could have just showed it today.
Yeah.
We see you, big brother. We know.
we know the way you edit.
Yeah, we know how this works.
So let's talk about the temptation.
Yeah, so the Den of Temptation. Everyone gets called in. Christmas ends up winning. Of these voodoo dolls in there. Creepy. So Christmas goes in. She wins. It ends up being
the Ring of Replacement.
Ring of Replacement.
I love Pendant of Protection, Ring of Replacement. Keep it up. I love
explain what it does, Chris.
So Christmas now has the opportunity to play in any type of veto competition throughout the rest of the summer, but she can't be HOH or she can't get nominated. So only when they pick the chips out is when she can replace herself with someone.
Yeah,
one of those 3 people.
Yeah, one of those 3 people, or 2 people in the case of Ramses.
I mean, it's not the greatest power if you think about it, because
it's early on, honestly.
It's early on, yeah. If it's maybe like down the road, down the road maybe.
I mean, the first one was made solely for Paul, and then the second, third, and whatever are not going to do very well.
Yeah.
Actually, I think next week's was pretty cool, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, I don't even know what next week is, so okay.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it. But anyways, yeah. So does she? Let me ask you. Does she know? She gives another word for punishment.
The vetoes.
The curses. Yeah.
The vetoes.
The vetoes. Yeah. She gives it to Jason, Jessica, and Cody. But does she know what it was? What the curses were? Does she knew they would have to dress up as toads?
I don't think she knew exactly.
Okay, so she gives it to them, but we find out, future spoiler alert, they're dressed up as toads.
Yeah, they're dressed up as toads.
Yeah, that's all it really was.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm glad that's all it fucking was. Thank God.
Yeah, well, we'll find out about that technically next episode.
Yeah.
All right, so back to nominations. I guess we'll just go to regular nominations at this point.
Yeah.
So Paul gives out his nomination speech, but Ramses gets up and he's like, I have the curse from last week. And he puts himself on the block.
Yeah.
But if Ramses wins veto...
That's why I love this part. If Ramses wins veto, there's no
replacement. So Cody...
See, I didn't know that until...
I did. So Cody can't get backdoored. And that was... So...
Yeah.
You know, it's possible. I mean, if you guys are curious about who won veto, check out a link to a live feed video down below. I'm putting on our last 2.
Yes. So well, that was all 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's all 3 episodes. Very fruitful.
All right. Anything else before we wrap this up?
Not really. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. That's about it.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think, and until next time, guys. Peace.
Peace.